Now, if I'm going to look at the meniscus, then there's a lot of different ways to look at the meniscus. One of the first things I look at is if the injury is on the anterior department or is in the posterior department. Okay, in order to see the anterior department, relax. As we take him up here and I let it go. I just let it go. Now, if he has any problem with the meniscus on the anterior side, it's not going to go down. It's not going to extend. So what I do is I hold my hand on the heel here, and as you see, his foot is against my arm. When I feel he's relaxed, then I let it go. And they get mad at me. If they have a meniscus injury in the forward compartment, then they get mad. They don't like it. Why did you do that?
عند حدوث مشكلة أو إصابة يشعر المريض بعدم راحة.
On the posterior compartment, we just bend it back.
عند فحص البوستيريور الجزء الخلفي.
I'm opening this up. I'm opening the anterior, but I'm closing the posterior.
ولكنه يغلق الجزء الخلفي.
Nice range of motion. So I can look at his posterior. I'm coming all the way in. If they have any type of, they'll stop here.
إذا كانت هناك أي نوع من الإصابة سوف تقف قبل هذه الزاوية. أي مشكلة.
ما تنفذ. مستحيل. ثاني الكاميرا here. ما تنفذ ثاني. Little. Okay. Not Jake yet. All right. Now turn over. Okay, we have another little test. We call the Apley test. Okay, now here what I'm doing is I'm just putting the meniscus in the middle and I'm crushing it. And if they don't like it, okay. All right. So I have my hand on the lower leg down by the knee. I have my other hand on the heel, and I'm going to put some pressure.
يد على الكاحل والآخر على الساق.
And then I'm going to rotate.
يضغط من الكاحل للأسفل الركبة ويعمل حركة دورانية.
What's good about this test is that I can do several things.
ممكن يجري هذا الفحص بعدة زوايا وبعدة.
Nothing gigantic here.
هذه هي تسلط قوة على المنسكس على النيل.
Now in this hand,
ويعمل كذلك حركة دورانية مع الضغط.
What I'm feeling with this hand is how it rotates in the knee.
بهذه اليد يشعر كيف تتم عملية الدوران.
If I feel any crepitations or clicking,
ممكن أن يشعر أي شعور غير طبيعي بهذه اليد أثناء الضغط والحركة الدورانية.
Okay. All right. So now I'm going to turn him around. Turn around. No. And then I'm going to do the McMurray. Okay. Now the McMurray is something that I can decide myself. So I have a hand on top of the knee. My other hand is along the foot. I'm putting some pressure.
يضع ضغط أو قوة يسلط قوة ويعمل حركات دورانية باتجاهات مختلفة.
And that gives me a chance then to feel
هذه تعطيه فرصة إنه يشعر
how the meniscus is moving.
كيف المنسكس يتحرك.
Okay, last week I had a meniscus that had gone into a buckle-handed tear, and so he was locked. And so when I did the McMurray, I heard it. Boom.
الأسبوع الماضي كان عنده شخص أجرى له هذا الفحص فكانت شدة الإصابة قوية بحيث إنه سمع كيف كانت حركة المنسكس كأنه انفجار.
And I got a box of chocolate.
وحصل على علبة حلويات.
He was so happy that he could walk. Now the injury was bad.
الآن هو سعيد إنه
I just took care of the problem. Okay, now it does have to heal. It probably won't heal. It'll probably happen again. We call it the trick knee. It can happen many times.
ممكن حدوث هذه عدة مرات.
And every time it happens, you probably have to go in with an arthroscope and cut it out and make it better.
ممكن إجراء عملية فحص الناظور للركبة.
So, all right, again. After rotating in both directions, I'm putting force on my hand. I'm pulling my hand toward me.
يحركها حركة دورانية للداخل والخارج. يسلط عليها ضغط.
Okay, and then a test that I don't do as often is the
الفحص الذي لا يقوم دائما، الذي لا يجريه دائما.
We're looking now at how the joint falls into place.
يرى إنه كيف المفصل يخرج عن مساره الطبيعي.
I'm pushing forward down here and I'm twisting it.
يسلط ضغط وحركة دورانية من الأعلى.
And I want to feel that it's clicking into place.
ويجب الشعور بحدوث.
If it doesn't click into place, then you have cruciate ligament injury.
إذا لم تحصل هذه الكليك يعني وجود كروشيت. إصابة في الكروشيت. كليك هي مثل طقة.
Falls into place, which it does.
يجب الشعور بها أثناء إجراء هذا الفحص. إذا لم تشعر بها يعني توجد إصابة.
Okay, now one of the things that we always look at when we're
إذا أكو كليك اللي هي طقة هذا نورمال. That is in this type of هذه الطريقة للفحص يجب أن تسمع كليك.
All right, now.
عندنا textbook ممكن نرجع.
One of the major things that you have to look at is the pressure inside the knee.
أهم نقطة يجب الملاحظة هو وجود ضغط داخل الركبة.
If there's a lot of pressure inside the knee,
إذا كان هناك ضغط كبير داخل الركبة,
they're going to have difficulty activating their muscles.
ستكون هناك صعوبة في التحكم في عضلات الفخذ.
So one of the tests that we do in the very beginning of an examination,
أول فحص يجب فعله.
put our hand here.
وضع اليد على أسفل الساق.
As I ask him to try to lift his leg.
ونسأله إنه يرفع ساقه إلى الأعلى.
Okay. Now, by him activating his muscles here, I'm creating internal pressure inside the joint.
عندما يأمر إنه يرفع ساقه إلى الأعلى يولد ضغط داخلي.
Okay, I'm not asking him to raise it. I just want him to activate. Now, if he has a pain or he has a problem,
إذا شعر بألم أو مشكلة,
what happens is the knee goes up and he
الركبة تصعد إلى الأعلى.
Iliopsoas to do the hip flexion.
ويبدأ باستخدام الإليوسوس لإجراء الهيب فليكشن.
That's an indication that you have a problem in your knee. You understand what I'm saying? So, just tries to activate his muscles.
نقطة مهمة هذه.
أي مشكلة بالركبة يبين. أي مشكلة.
هذه الآلية إذا صعدت الركبة لفوق والمريض راح يستخدم عضلات ثانية اللي هي الإليوسوس والعضلات الساندة للحوض. إذا ما رفعت الركبة يعني الفحص صحيح.
Okay, now I can look at a lot of different other things.
هناك فحوصات عديدة.
If I want to look at patella traction,
ينظر إلى حركة الباتيلا.
Relax. Press on the outside.
يضغط إلى الخارج.
And I want him to activate his muscles.
ويسأله إنه يحرك عضلته.
Very good. And relax. And again. All right, very good. And the only thing I'm feeling here is I'm pressing his patella outwards, and I want to see that he has enough muscle to pull it into place.
اللي يريد من هذا الفحص إنه يدفع الباتيلا للأمام ويحرك عضلته كونتراكشن للثاي ويشعر بردة الفعل للباتيلا.
Okay, now naturally I can ask him to bend and straighten his leg. And what I'm feeling here is if he has any type of big crepitation under the patella.
يحرك الرجل ثاني ومد
push out.
عدة مرات حتى يشعر إذا هناك أي نوع من الكريبيتيشن. الكريبيتيشن هم نوع من أنواع الصوت نتيجة الإصابة.
I just want to see how it feels and how it feels. Okay. The final test I'm going to show is something that I know you love.
الفحص الأخير اللي يحبوا بعض الزملاء.
It's called the apprehension test.
Apprehension test.
Oh, it's a nice one.
فحص جميل جدا.
All right. So what we do is I use this, and I will press down his kneecap.
يستخدم يده من أعلى الفخذ أسفل الفخذ ويضغط عليه للأسفل ويستخدم اليد
I hold
الأخرى
down the other leg,
يثبت فيها الساق
and then I ask him to activate his quadriceps.
ويسأله إنه يحرك الكوادرسبس.
Very good. Relax. Again. Okay.
ويسأله إذا كان هناك أي ألم.
Nothing major. Okay. And the same thing here. No big problems. You can always build up this a little bit more. You're a little bit weak here. Now, the only thing that I found in his knee,
المشكلة الوحيدة اللي وجدتها في المفصل.
it felt pretty good. As we see, he has an increased Q angle. I don't know if you,
زيادة من Q angle.
which means that when he bends his knee,
هذا يعني عند ثني الركبة.
his patella goes lateral.
الباتيلا تروح
When he
للجانب
straightens
الوحشي.
out, it goes
عند
medial.
تكون استقامة تتجه إلى اليمين.
So that means then they've got a lot of pressure along this condyle here on the lateral side. And so what he can do to help, if he wants to do anything at all, is that he can try to activate his muscles a little bit better to get a little bit more volume.
حتى يتفادى هذه
Down
المشكلة
here.
يجب انه يقوي العضلات الاماميه او الكوادرسبس للفخذ.
Yeah, we have a lot of space to build in here.
توجد مسافه عند مرونه عاليه في الجلد ممكن الاستفاده منها انه بناء
Yes, a very good
وتقويه العضله
muscle
الرباعيه.
graft up here, down here. We can work on that. And I can show you some exercises for that. Yeah. Okay. Are there any questions?
اي سؤال؟
Yep.
هذا تمرين اخر.
Just press down. There you go.
نسأل المريض انه يضغط على هذا الوساد.
Okay. Good. Start. So, like I say in the beginning, you always start with isometric. No problem with isometric.
ممكن نبدي بالايسومتريك ماكو اي
And then we
مشكله.
can go on to work with the dynamic.
بعدين
The
نستخدم
dynamic would
الديناميك.
be that you put something a little higher and you lift your heels. No, lift your foot. Lift your foot. And down. No. Yeah. Lift up and down. Up. All the way up. All the way up. All the way. All the way. All the way. All the way. Very good. And down. Up again. Come on. And then down. Pull your toe towards you. There you go. Come on. Down. Up again.
لا لا للاسفل.
Come on. And then we put 2 kilos. Come on.
وممكن اضافه كيلوين كوزن اضافي.
And up again. Come on. Come on. Come on. So what I'm doing here is I'm just activating his vastus medialis and lateralis a little bit more.
هنا يحفز العضله اللاترال ميديالس، فاسس ميديالس وفاسس
Okay, stand up.